Hi, welcome to Similar But Different, the podcast. Let's do that again. Okay. But I'm getting all the benefits.
Without having to pay.
Right.
Yeah, they screwed me. And then I found a bunch of friends that I was different from. I think I'd like the gram more if I got hit up in my DMs.
Okay, this should probably end. Hi, welcome to Similar But Different. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Rach.
How's it going?
It's good. It's real good.
We were just talking about spooky season. I've added these bats, which Jen, make it look like I have hit an anvil has fallen on my head, like Wile E. Coyote, and they're spinning around my head.
Oh, that's so good.
And it definitely looks like Rachel celebrates Halloween.
And Jen
just embraces darkness.
I
at
wore
all
shoes
times.
that were
Yeah,
orange
for
because I
black.
was like, hang on a
Nice.
minute. This is, if we're going to get all, that's the colors of
Yeah.
Halloween. It's not even Halloween, but here we are.
Yeah, what's October?
I know I decorated my house in fall/Halloween stuff on this past weekend, and it made me feel good.
I went to, okay, so every year normally I enjoy going to a pumpkin patch to pick out pumpkins.
Ugh.
And I know you hate that. But I like to wait till it's cold. But due to how things have progressed over the years, it doesn't get cold, honestly, until November.
And then it's immediate.
Yeah. And like sometimes even we have to wait until the next year for it to be cold.
January.
But I'm like, I don't want to go to the pumpkin patch sweating. I want to wear a sweater and,
Yeah, cute. You want to look cute.
So this year I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to go. Skylar had plans and I was like, I'm going to go to like a Home Depot and just get some pumpkins.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
And I also thought I would save money doing this. Because at the pumpkin patches, you pay by the pound.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, at least at the one that I usually go to.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh, they're going to be just like a flat rate at Home Depot. But I think I spent the exact same amount. And my porch isn't even like beautifully covered in pumpkins. And I still spent $60.
$60 on pumpkins.
Yeah. And I got
Oof.
like 9 or 10.
I mean,
And I got a mum, which I'm going to kill.
Yeah. Wait, is it an orange mum?
Yeah.
God. Yeah, well, the way you decorated it last year, I think you sent a picture to us. It looked so good.
Yeah.
But did you have the same amount of pumpkins?
I need to double check. I need to look back on the pictures. Basically, I've done my pumpkinscape 3 years now.
Pumpkinscape.
And the first year was my favorite. And I think it's getting progressively worse each year. So I think I just need to like look at what I did the first year and each year try to recreate it. And that's when I got the bats.
Oh.
Because I usually put the bats on my door.
The bats are fun.
And I want to start getting pumpkins in September because that's when I associate autumn has started to begin and the pumpkins last forever. And I want 3 months of my pumpkinscape.
Yeah. I also, did you get a mixture? Because I'm like really into the like white pumpkins or the whatever they're called, gourds that look like all out of shape and different colors, greens. And
Yeah. So, maybe I'll post a picture for the people who watch on YouTube and they'll be like, yeah, it's not that impressive. I'll need to wait till I put the bats up. That means, I don't know if I'll have time to put the bats up before this episode comes out because I'm going
you're
out
busy.
of town. But I like getting some like flat pumpkins so you can stack them.
Oh, that sounds cool.
And then there was like a giant yellow pumpkin, so I got one of those, and then like a big white one and orange one. So it's nice.
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the pic.
Well, don't get your hopes up because again, I'm not very impressed with it. I think it looks best. The first year I had like 2 or 3 mums and they died very quickly, but it looks best with like the flowers around it and like filling up some empty space.
The mums are cool.
Yeah. And so last year I didn't get the mums, which is why I didn't like it as much because I was like, they're just going to die.
I liked it last year. I would have thought you had mums there.
They died.
Well,
I don't think I did. Maybe
mums
I did.
die.
I don't know. But this year I just bought one $5 mum and we're going to see what happens.
Here's what you need to do. At the end of the season when the pumpkins are like rotting and you're ready to get rid of them, don't throw them away. Throw them in one of the corners of your backyard.
That didn't work.
What?
Because I saw the pumpkin patch that Lindsay accidentally grew and I wanted that. And we have this like area behind our house where that guy died. It's a bad way to describe it. That's a long story.
The casualness of what you
someone
said
died
that.
in our backyard behind the fence.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened. Maybe a heart event.
Yeah, very
Very
sad.
sad.
But it's funny how you just casually were like, "You know, where's that guy died?"
Yeah.
Yes.
RIP. But I was like, "Oh," like, putting
You have
them
to
in have a
throw him
pumpkin
out
patch
there.
in that area,
It
and
didn't do it?
nothing happened.
I wonder if you need, like, squirrels to mess with it or well, then don't just throw them out, let them bust open. This time, just
I actually don't think they busted open. I think I just placed them out there, so maybe I do need to bust them open so the seeds can access the soil.
Yes, because I think that's what they did, is, like, somebody kicked it or off the porch or the squirrels came and dragged
Yeah.
it and it had a hole in it, and then it just do that.
Yeah.
Just smash them in the ground.
Okay. I will.
Yeah, and
No.
then if you get enough pumpkins, I'm gonna come to your pumpkin patch. That's the kind of pumpkin patch I
Yeah.
can get on board with.
You get on that
I'm just
pumpkin
gonna get
patch.
on it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Once Skylar and I, because I obviously make him come to the pumpkin patch with me. One,
mhm,
the pumpkins are heavy, and I did mess up my back this weekend,
mm,
because I did it myself.
yeah.
And I'm very much a strong, independent woman until I have to lift really heavy
Head
stuff.
and then it's like, "Help me."
Have you seen those things that are like when my husband's around and it's like, I can't move this piece of furniture. And then my husband's not home and it's like,
Climbing on the ladder on the roof
yeah,
and
making it like you're just doing it.
you do everything. Yeah, I do it. Yeah, I do that.
Wait, what was I gonna say? Okay, so we were at a pumpkin patch together and there was like this little table set up with like cider and treats,
Oh,
and we were
cute.
like, oh, let's get ourselves a little treat. And we went over to them, we're like, how much for the cider? And they were like, this is our son's birthday party.
Holy shit. My
And
how
I
did
was
you
like,
recover from
wow.
that?
We were like, okay, happy pumpkin patch. I don't know.
Oh my god.
It was
Wait.
very
I
embarrassing.
feel like the first question is why would you have a pumpkin patch birthday party that's public, open to the public?
Okay, you can't close down the pumpkin patch for your birthday party.
You can at least section off an area where these
Well, they
kids
were
running
like
around,
probably getting set up or something, and we were just like, oh yeah, they're setting out
setting up some cider for
cider.
sale.
I'm sure as soon as we walked away, they would have put up a sign that's like, "Happy 4th birthday, James," you know?
Oh, you missed that time when it was
Yeah.
actually God, I'm sure that they're fucking laughing about that to
Yeah.
this day.
Uh,
This cider's for my child.
yeah.
It's not alcoholic.
Um,
Do you go to Carter Mountain for the apple picking?
no, but that's something I feel like I would like to do, but then I'm just like, I don't wanna drive an hour to do this. It's very hard for me where I'm just like, do I care about the far away aesthetic? Like, people go, they get their pictures, they pick their apples, and then I'm
Mhm.
like, I can drive 10 minutes to the grocery store and buy apples.
See, I feel like you and I have similar thoughts, but I did go when I was in my 20s, and I thought it was fun
Okay.
because I wasn't really into the apple picking. I just kind of walked around every once in a while. I'd pick an apple and eat it.
I like that.
And then, but the most exciting part is the donuts. They have
Apple
apple
cider
cider
donuts.
donuts there, and they are on point.
You know what I could be into? Um, SPD field trip.
Ooh,
We go apple picking and then we come back and we bake a bunch of apple related
apple
things.
fritters.
And then, we discuss the recipes that we like and our experience at the orchard.
That's a lot of
You
work,
don't
but
seem into it.
I mean, it's a lot of work.
It's a full day.
It's a full day, but here's where the work is that I don't know if you're prepared for is the peeling of the apples. And I don't have one of those cool like things that you just stick an apple on and like spin it.
Well, you're all about gadgets. Tell
You're
your
right. We might
mother-in-law.
buy one.
Just
She has
mention.
one.
Yeah, there you go.
She has like one of the old school ones. It's like super cool looking. Maybe we just borrow that.
I'll also say, kitchen activities are something that bother my back, the slight, like, little lean forward.
Yeah.
And so I honestly think the 2-hour round trip drive would probably take it out of me, and I wouldn't want to
We'd have to do it in breaks.
do that.
Yeah.
What'll
Break
happen
it up.
is we can
Get the
walk around the
donuts.
orchard, pick some apples if we want, and then in the little store that they have, um Do you think that's an intruder? Because I assume it's Nathan.
It's Nathan, but I forgot there's food coming, so I need to
Okay.
just let him know. But yes, go ahead.
And then they probably have a little store where they sell products that they've made with their apples, like donuts,
They do.
pies,
All
fritters.
over
And
the
maybe we
place.
just do that because they probably would have done a better job.
That's yes. Although there is this one recipe that I've saved on Pinterest that's an apple crumble cheesecake. It looks so good. It's caramel apple
Yeah.
crumble. Oh, that's caramel. I forgot about the caramel. And I love cheesecake, number one. Number two, I don't actually know if I can make a cheesecake. I've never made one, and
I
it's on
actually
my
think they're
list.
pretty easy.
See,
As someone who's never made one.
there was a peach cobbler one I wanted to make. Never made that. So I feel like I need to commit and make the caramel apple
I need
cheesecake.
you to
You
commit
need
to
me to.
this.
Yeah, okay.
And when I come over every week, every week you should bake something new on Sunday, and then I can have a slice on Tuesday.
Oh, actually, that time frame works well.
Yeah, because I don't want to say Monday because you don't want to bake after work.
No, but I like a Sunday bake.
Yeah.
Although, I like a Sunday crock pot for a dinner meal,
Yeah, and
especially
then
if
you
it's gonna
have
be like meat for the
dessert.
week. So I just need to, yeah, add it up or do the others. I do a sourdough bread that was really good.
I'm into that.
Yeah, I feel like you can see my back brace. Um,
I cannot, but their pillow is there.
yeah,
I can
the
hug.
yeah, sourdough. Oh, man, I love food.
Are you an apple girly or a pumpkin girly in terms of flavors?
See, I don't know if I could pick between the two.
You have to.
Oh my God. They're both very good. I think I more often eat apple things, so I feel like I would say apple, but the during the time frame when pumpkins shove down your throat and you have to like eat everything that's pumpkin, I enjoy it.
When I'm forced to like it, I love it.
Well, it's like, like how often year round do you have a pumpkin spice something? Like you just don't. But
Yeah.
like you have apple fritters all
Not
the time.
really.
All the time.
You know,
7-Eleven apple fritters?
Okay, I'm gonna say the $2 for $1 McDonald's apple pies.
Yes, exactly.
Those are so good.
Year round. That's why maybe Apple has to take the cake because the prize, because they are a quality thing that you eat all the time. And I
Yeah.
eat apples throughout the day. Like I eat an apple a day because it keeps
Do
the
you
doctor
really?
away. I really got into eating an apple, like the Honeycrisp apple.
Oh, Honeycrisp are the best. I was gonna ask. When I worked for a marketing agency, one of my clients was a farmer insurance, like not farmers insurance, but like insurance for farmers.
Okay.
And I learned a lot about the apple crop and the different varieties and how you have to insure different ones differently and why
Oh.
certain apples are more expensive than others. And it was fascinating.
Mind blowing.
Yeah.
Does a Honeycrisp apple tree grow in this region? Because I would love to have one in the backyard.
I can't say.
All right, that's not something
That's
that you learn.
proprietary.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I am looking forward to the pumpkin flavored stuff though.
Okay. Okay, but the idea of going to a pumpkin patch, you hate.
Yeah. Well, one, it's because I feel like that's a thing you do with your young kids. So there's gonna be kids there.
Okay.
That's a one deterrent. Two, I don't think of going to pick pumpkins as an event, and that's like an event, and I just want pumpkins. Maybe I don't necessarily.
Sure. Do you
but
carve them?
No, I have in the past, but that's not like
You
a
don't
thing that we
enjoy
do.
going around the field and finding a good pumpkin?
No, I feel like that does not play well with my personality because I'd be like, shit, this pumpkin's better than the pumpkin I just picked up. Do I put this pumpkin down, pick the next pumpkin up, and how do I know I got the best pumpkin?
I will say I can see
Too many
Skylar's
choices.
mood slowly get worse
Yeah.
throughout, and I have to. But in a way, it's helpful because when I was at Home Depot by myself picking out my pumpkin scape, I was like, it's good that I'm here alone.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, wait, do I like this one or do I like this one? And he'd be like, they are the same.
Yeah. Yes.
So it was good. But when he comes, we get a wheelbarrow and he's in charge of
wheelbarrow.
in charge of wheeling that barrow around.
Remember, we
with the
talked about this.
pumpkins.
It's not wheelbarrow. It is wheelbarrow. Did I talk about
I don't think we
I talked
have
about this
talked
with
about
Nathan then,
this.
because we borrowed his family's
You borrowed a
wheelbarrow,
barrow?
and I was like, "We need to get that wheelbarrow around to the front."
Wheel.
And he was like, "What did you say?" And I was like, "The wheelbarrow." And he's like, "Yeah, what's the second word?" Barrel?
Wait.
He's like, "No."
Now I don't know how I say it.
He's like, "No, it's
Okay.
barrow. It's wheelbarrow."
Wheelbarrow.
And I was like, "Barrow's not a thing."
I think I say it correctly.
I think you do too. I was corrected, and yeah, wheelbarrow. Anyway, sorry, you get the wheelbarrow.
Yeah. And I know you don't like spooky things, so
I
you're
don't.
very not into a haunted woods, haunted hayride experience.
No, I think those were fine when I was younger, kind of. I still didn't feel like, why would I pay money to have someone scare me? Like,
I
just
do
doesn't.
get that logic. And while I've only done like one or two in my life, I do feel like they are kind of fun if you're like with a group of people.
Yeah, but how do you stop your reflexes?
Okay, well, you do learn you do learn who your true friends are because once I was going through a haunted house maze type thing with friends, and Adam
Holy
let
shit,
me
last name.
die.
He let you die? Like, the person grabbed you and he just ran?
A
No,
chainsaw
bitch.
man came out and
Started dicing you up.
Adam pushed me into the chainsaw and screamed.
You, Adam.
Yeah.
Although, Adam, I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah. And like he is one of my closest friends. He was involved in our wedding. Like,
Okay,
love him a
nice.
lot. But you know what? He was in our wedding before the haunted maze happened, I think. So
Cut. Yeah, no, I don't know how, like that, but that's a solid reflex. Like, I get that
yeah.
reflex that Adam had. I would have thought to save myself selfishly, but also my concern with reflexes is that I'm gonna try to punch
Yeah.
to save myself.
Okay. So I don't think I have physical fighting reflexes, but I do have I scream
Oh shit.
easily. Like I
Yeah.
easily am startled and will yell. Um so there's that. Now, my favorite tale when I went to this haunted house was, and I've probably told you this before, so I apologize. Did I tell you about when I was using the porta potty at the haunted
Wait, I have heard
woods
this
thing?
story, but we haven't talked
So
about it on here.
probably not. So fellow citizens, I went to use the portable john before doing this haunted event, and it's nighttime. Those things
Portable
don't
John.
have electricity. So I was using my flashlight because I don't want to be putting my hands in places in there where they shouldn't be. Anyways, and holding my phone and taking off my trousers, I didn't I didn't remember to lock the toilet door. And so I'm like uplit as if I'm telling a scary story, squatting over the toilet seat. And someone opens it and
The
I just go,
flashlight.
yeah. I'm like, we should turn off the lights in here just so I can do it right now. I don't know how to do enough effects to do that in this video. But I just went, occupied. And they screamed, the door slams, and they probably thought that I was part of the haunted attraction.
Oh my god, I remember that, and it brings me so much joy all over again.
Related, if someone knocks on the door and you're in the bathroom, what do you do?
Yeah?
I think it's such an awkward thing because literally my instinct was to go, occupy. And or, which is weird, but it's also weird to be like, someone's in here. And so now I just don't say anything. Like if it's locked, they'll figure it out.
That yes. I don't know why. Mine is just, yeah?
Well, because it makes more sense to say a one syllable word.
Occupy.
Yeah. Someone's in here. That's too long. Oh, we're just like, "Ugh."
But obviously, if someone's saying someone's in here, like, why? Obviously, if a voice is being heard from one side and the other, then that means that someone is in there.
Right, so that's why you just wanna be like,
Yo.
"Ugh," like, you just wanna make
Yo.
some noise and be like,
Maybe
"Not
not the
today. Find another.
Oh, man.
Try again."
Occupi I'm gonna start saying occupy.
Occupy.
It's gonna be my new thing that I say.
Um, Also spooky related, so I'm, like, dominating this conversation.
No, you're fine. I'm worried about my food delivery, so I'm
Oh,
kinda being
yeah,
an
do we wanna
ass. I'm
pause?
sorry. No, we're
I can
good.
cut it out.
It just said, "We're good." Got until 6:01 PM. I'm such a bougie bitch.
Yeah. I mean, we get our groceries delivered too, but just from one store, not multiple like you do.
Yeah, I'm
I
ridiculous.
really hate paying for subscriptions, so it's hard. Like, committing to a monthly fee for life
Yeah?
stresses me out. Even I had to get additional data on my phone, and it's $12 a year.
Yeah,
And I was like, because I just feel then like
everything
locked in to this monthly thing, and I don't like that feeling. Even though I know $12 a year is
is
nothing.
nothing. Well, yeah,
Um,
I get it. But sorry, you were saying something else before I
oh,
rudely
well,
interrupted.
actually, it makes sense. Speaking of subscriptions, I know we talked about in the 90s TV and games episode, I mentioned Are You Afraid of the Dark? And you
Yeah.
said you did not watch that,
Yeah.
but you're familiar?
I'm familiar with it, but, like, if you were to reference something in it, I wouldn't know,
Okay, well, then
probably.
you don't like to watch scary things and won't be into this.
Yeah.
But Skylar and I discovered just this afternoon that every season of Are You Afraid of the Dark is on Paramount Plus.
Oh.
And I know you don't care, but I know there are people out there who are gonna lose their minds. I was gonna say cream their jeans again, but
That's my
that's
favorite
too
statement.
your favorite
That
statement?
you have said
Have
on
you
this
never
pod.
heard someone
I
say
have
that
never heard
before?
"cream your jeans," and now I feel like I'm gonna try to use it in real life.
Hopefully not at work.
Yeah, no, I need to
Customers are gonna cream their jeans over this.
boom! We've hit it. We've creamed our jeans on this one.
My jeans are creaming.
I'm cre
Y'all, I'm creaming my jeans. Jen,
Oh,
you need to
god.
meet with HR.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Ugh. Anyways,
Well, I'm very excited about that. Are You
yeah.
Afraid of the Dark was a big part of my childhood. And so I just need to share that with our citizens because I think people will be stoked. Even though I don't think anyone like has Paramount Plus. I don't even know how we have Paramount Plus. I think we get it
I get it
for
free through
through
something.
yeah, Amazon Prime, I think.
Is that it?
That's what I think was told to me before I came here because I was like, "The citizens need to know what streaming service is this on?" And he was
Paramount
like, "It's
Plus.
either Amazon or Paramount," because I think he accessed it through Amazon, but he gets Paramount Plus free
Yeah.
through Amazon.
Yeah. Do you think that that show would still hit the way it used to when you were younger?
The scariness of it?
Just the like, because I feel like when I watch stuff from when I was younger, I'm like, "This is corny, cheesy, how did I watch this?" Some stuff still hits today,
Well,
so I'm
I think
curious.
it has the scariest intro of all time. The sound okay, well, you need to listen to it. And so even when we put on an episode just to be like, "Oh my gosh, this is real," I was like,
You're
skip
s
through the intro. But as a kid, I loved this show, and then as an adult, it freaks me out. And there are a handful of episodes that I still don't know if I'd be willing to watch. The vampire who comes out of the movie screen
That's not okay.
and the red monster that comes out of the pool drain, which we talked about in the pool episode, which is
Mm.
why I don't like the deep end.
Yeah. Well, that's see, I love the deep end because I don't watch scary shit.
Well,
Although I did watch that movie It, because
okay.
Nathan was like, "No, this is such a good movie."
I'm
The
surprised you watched
OG,
that.
nightmares for days. I
Really?
was, like, so pissed at him. He was like, "It's not even that scary," and I was like, "First of all, you know I'm afraid of clowns. Terrified of fucking clowns."
Right.
And he's just like, "Yeah, but you need to watch it. Maybe it'll help." Help what? Didn't help shit.
Do you know what happens in the book?
I'm not reading a book about
I'm
fucking clowns.
I've
Clowns are
never
fucking
read a
scary.
horror book, and I wonder if it would scare me because I feel like it's the music and the pacing that makes things scary. And I may get this wrong, so I apologize. I know people who love Stephen King listen to this podcast.
Oh.
Um, But it's something like, when he pulls the spoiler, when the it clown pulls kids into the drain,
Yeah.
I think he makes them either like he rapes them or makes them like rape each other or something like that. Like there's a lot of
In the
kids
book?
doing it.
Who wrote this shit?
Stephen King.
That's fucked up.
Yes.
No. It's
Yeah.
fucking awful.
And
No.
and now granted, I don't know if this was when he wrote it, it the book and also it the title.
Yeah.
But at some point in his career, he was like either on like a lot of drugs or drinking a lot and doesn't remember a lot of the stuff that he wrote. He's like, yeah, that is something I did and I don't remember doing it.
Wow.
So some of his like really not okay stuff, I'm like, was that during
on
that
drugs?
time?
Is that just an excuse? But also, you have to think not okay and probably be on drugs to think about some of the shit that people think about.
Yeah. Well, you think about like, I mean, horror movies I don't like the gruesome ones. I like a good thriller.
It's not even the gore that bothers me.
What is it?
It's the scariness. Like, and obviously, yeah, you're gonna kill people, but like, in my mind, all that's doing is giving psychopaths ideas on how to do fucked up shit.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it is.
I think
I believe it. Hostel?
I mean, that is
Saw?
what Scream is about.
Scream? Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you know?
No.
Actually, I'm just like, yeah, my point.
Caught me.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, if you say so, I'm with you. Yep.
But I just feel like the internet exists.
That's true, but it didn't when I was younger.
And fuck. I don't know. I feel like okay, maybe I don't really have the mindset. I don't like watch media to get ideas on how to commit murder. But I guess if you're already a murderer
Yeah.
and you watch that kind of stuff, you're like, oh, that would be a new thing to try.
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that? Like, why wouldn't you do a little bit of research?
Well, you don't want that browser history to.
But if it's just movies.
That's true.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. Spooky season, man. I don't like it. Although I will say, Hannah, my old roommate, loves October, loves Halloween, loves fucking all things scary, spooky, loves doing all that shit. Which is funny because she lived with me and I was like, shit.
No.
And
for the month of October, Skylar loves scary stuff. He loves Halloween. And so he gets like carte blanche. Is that the correct word to be like, yeah, if we're going to watch a movie or something, it's something scary. Now, like I do get veto rights if I think I'm going to be too like uncomfortable with it. I went through a phase in high school and I guess elementary school because I really liked You for the Dark. Like I loved scary stuff. High school, I loved scary movies. And then I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre and it fucked me up.
It's fucking real.
I made my mom sleep in my bed with me for multiple days.
I don't blame you.
It really messed me up. And then I couldn't watch anything scary for like many, many years.
Yep.
And now I've been dipping my toe back in for like the past, I don't know, 7 years or so. So
I've never seen it, but I know how fucked up that can make you.
She pulls a gun out of her hooey. That's how the movie starts.
Oh. How did it get there?
Essentially,
How did it get there?
Yeah, I also was just like, she is dilated. Like the movie starts and these friends I think are like going on a road trip or something and they see this girl looking very distressed on the side of the road and she has recently like escaped apparently the massacre man's house and they're like, oh my gosh, we need to get you some help, and she like can't talk and so they start like driving in that back in that direction and she starts freaking out and they're like, calm down, and then she pulls a gun out of her hooey.
Kills herself.
Yeah.
Shit.
And maybe I'm remembering that incorrectly though, because I actually feel like I told someone this story and they're like, that's not where she pulled it out from.
Oh.
But that's
what stuck with you.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I was like, well, this is going to be a wild ride.
That's just fucking, ugh. No, I don't like. Why is it that scary movies are a thing? In my mind, and this is probably not accurate because I do it for multiple things. Just watch Harry Potter all of October and all of November and all of December.
You
And go
watch
ahead
Harry
and just
Potter
do
during
it
Christmas.
all of
It's
the
a
time.
Christmas movie.
But just just it's also an all the time movie.
What about Halloween Town?
Halloween Town's a good
Hocus
one. I
Pocus.
think Hocus Pocus. Oh, my Practical Magic.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Fuck, that is actually a good one. But it's not scary.
Yeah. I
It's just a great
enjoy
movie.
a
Neither is Hocus
thriller.
Pocus.
Because I even enjoy like reading thrillers. Like I like a little like, oh, who done it
A little bump on your
type.
chest.
Yeah, a little bump in my chest.
Isn't that Kevin Hart in that it's like a FanDuel ad or something?
Oh, maybe.
He's
I
like,
don't know. You probably get way more sports ads than I do. That's not in my algorithm.
that's accurate. Yeah, that's yeah. I love the decorations though. I know people are like, "Oh, they're scary." No, they're not. Love the decorations.
So you like scary decorations?
Yeah, well, because I think they're cool looking. I don't
Okay.
necessarily think they're scary.
I would really like to get one of those 10-foot skeletons.
Me too. I at least want a normal size skeleton to put on the swing bed out front.
Ooh, I love that for you. Please
Yeah.
do that. I
They're
also
not cheap.
wouldn't mind getting, yeah. Wait, oh, yeah. I think they're like $30.
No, for a regular size skeleton, the ones I was looking at were like 55.
No, unacceptable. I
And
know,
then
and the
those
big
big
ones are like
giant ones,
180.
yeah.
I want to like make some tombstones to put in the front yard and
That would
then
be
get
cute.
skeleton hands.
Ooh, I've
come
seen
up.
that.
Yeah.
God, decorations.
So for the first time, we've lived in our house for almost 7 years. And for the first time last year, some hooligans came up to our porch and like grabbed our pumpkins or like a pumpkin. I saw them standing like from my couch. I could see them. And I opened the door and they picked him up and just looked at me. And I said, "What are you doing?" And I think he was like, "Shut up, bitch." Like
Oh
he
my
called me a
God.
bitch. And I was just so taken aback. I think I just was like, "Seriously? Is this what you're doing right now?" And maybe he said like, "Yeah, bitch." And then he just like
Jesus.
slowly walked off my porch. They didn't even run away, which upset me more. But I was like, I don't know what to do. And honestly,
What do you do? You
I'm
can't
not
do
gonna like
anything.
rip the pumpkin out of his hands or chase him because I'm also like, I don't know, you're stealing. Like I just didn't know, and I was very upset. And then, like 20 minutes later, some other kids who maybe were like slightly older teens, like the younger teens caused the ruckus, and the older teens came and like knocked on the door. And they were like, "Hey, we saw what just happened. We're really sorry. They did smash it, but like here's your pumpkin back." And then I was like, humanity is restored.
Saved,
Because they were probably like 17, 18, the ones who came, and they were just like, sorry, those kids are assholes.
Wow.
I wonder if it was just like one of their younger siblings or something, you know?
Maybe, but still, like,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so I was like, okay.
Those are like the stories we need to hear because just, yeah, humanity is not going to shit.
Yeah.
Look at
And like
that.
we never get stuff, knock on wood, stolen off our porch or anything, which I know you have struggled with sometimes, which is why I'm like, oh, we could put stuff out in the yard and it would be okay. But just because of that experience last year, I don't know.
Yeah. I early on I had stuff stolen and it was always drunk people walking home just being fucking stupid. And it's like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
So it's like, why? But it hasn't happened in a while, so that's nice.
Yeah, that
The
is
neighborhood's
nice.
cleaning up.
Yeah.
Not even people that live here. They're just fucking getting drunk at the bars.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean,
Causing a ruckus.
it's what you get for living in such a great area.
Yeah.
Area.
Your area's too walkable, so it's your fault.
It's my fault.
Asking for stuff to get stolen.
I asked for it. I dressed it. I dressed like that.
What? Oh, understood. Yes. Okay. Well, fall activities, what other things do you like?
I feel like my favorite fall activity is that it's more acceptable in the fall. And maybe this is more winter activity to just lay on the couch.
You already do that.
I know, but it's like acceptable because it's fall. And my favorite thing in the fall is the temperature. Hopefully, we get a lot of good days like that because This is weird. For some reason, I just love wearing like a sweater with shorts sometimes.
That is wearing long sleeves with shorts is one of my favorite ways to dress.
Favorite.
Even though I have a weird
You
leg
asked for
thing where my
activities, and I'm
leg
like,
is purple, so
oh,
sometimes I'm self-conscious about wearing shorts. Actually, it's probably even like a little no, it's not bad right
it's
now.
not bad.
But
Yeah, I have this
yeah,
thing
you're
where
like my
my
favorite fall activity
is
is
dressing.
doing nothing.
Yeah, it's doing nothing.
I will say, as much as like it affects my emotional state when it gets dark so early and it's dark for so long, I do love when it's dark at 5 o'clock if I'm feeling tired.
Oh
Because I can
yeah,
just be like, the day is done.
the day's over.
When it's not dark until 9 o'clock and I wanted to go lay in bed at 8:45 and the sun is shining bright, I'm like, the sun is like, you're a loser.
It's not bedtime yet, bitch.
Yeah.
I feel like, do I have a fall activity? Like that makes me like question now. Because I don't carve pumpkins, I don't watch scary movies. I decorate. I love giving out candy on Halloween.
Yeah, maybe I'll come to your house for Halloween because we don't get trick-or-treaters.
Yeah, you can come to my house. Mom's getting back surgery, so I'll be at the Riv
Oh,
taking
so
care of
I would just be
Bonita.
essentially
Filling the void
yeah.
though for all of the kids of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little sad to miss it. I think actually Nathan might still be here. I
Okay.
might leave him behind. He doesn't
So
need
the
me.
kids don't starve.
Yeah, Halloween's important.
Yeah.
It's so funny. People were like, "What are you dressing up as this year?" I was like, "Same thing for the past 5 years. I wear my giraffe onesie. He wears a dinosaur onesie. Penny has a pumpkin that we put her in, and we sit on the front porch and pass out candy.
Yeah.
And it is so
It's
nice.
beautiful. We were invited to a Halloween party this year, which I'm very excited about because I just love a themed event
Love a
that I
themed
can have a
event.
costume for. And I have to figure out if I'm going to go with my standby that I just hold on to, which is a homemade costume. I do love a homemade costume. I don't like to buy like a set from Spirit Halloween.
Do I know what this homemade costume is?
I have worn it to compare, but I don't know if you were there at the
The gumball
time.
machine.
Yeah.
I love that costume.
Yeah.
I remember. I think you told me about it, and showed me a picture, and I really love it.
Yeah.
That's a good one. So you're not sure if you want to do that one or
Yeah. Or I don't know. Something else.
do couples costumes. That's so
That
in.
I mean, I don't know if it's ever been out. But that would be fun.
I do think that this is probably like not normal for me to think this is cute. It's cheesy, and my normal personality would be like, ugh. But I love it. Is when people are pregnant and use the baby bump
Oh, yeah.
in a costume. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking
Gotta make the
awesome.
most of it.
It is so perfect.
Like when you could be a bride, get a second use out of your wedding dress.
there you go. Uh, uh,
I don't what?
I'm not wearing that around.
Well, wouldn't you just sit on your porch?
True, true, but it's too quality and
When
it's in mint condition now.
when Katie and we were Chucky and the Bride of Chucky at work that one year.
Yeah,
Maybe you were on your like business trip for your master's
I
program.
missed a lot of stuff. Yeah,
But I really wanted to wear my wedding dress, but it's at my parents' house, and I'm like, I'm not driving 2 hours
yeah,
just for a costume.
yeah. Mine's in a
And
box,
who's to
sealed
say if
up.
I
So
would still fit in it well? So
I don't know why I have mine in a box.
that's what you're supposed to do. You
Yeah,
put it in
but
a box.
why? Like I had my grandmother's dress, and my grandmother was like 5'2" and petite as fuck. It's like there's no way I could have worn this,
Yeah.
but like it just kept getting passed down, and it's like people don't want to do that.
I took pieces of
I love the sound
my
of that.
mom's dress. I wore actually her veil,
Mm,
and then I took pieces of both of my grandmother's dresses
I like that.
and incorporated it into mine, or like wrapped some lace from one of them
Did you
around
do
a
it
bouquet.
yourself? Like you had the like, or did you have a friend
No,
that
no,
was good
no.
at it?
So I have friends who are costume designers from working at the theater, and they took
That's
my mom's
cheat code.
veil and de-yellowed it because it was old and had gotten yellowed.
Yeah.
And then I gave them the pieces of my two grandma's dresses, and
Damn, that's cool. I
they
will
came for
say my
me.
grandma had great taste. Her dress was gorgeous. But I'm not 5'2" and 50 pounds.
Yeah. I was like, my
Fucking
mom, I
skinny
think,
as
was like
shit.
100 pounds when she got married. I'm like, well, that's not
That's,
fine.
yeah, it's fucking nuts. I was like, how is this a person? It looks like a doll.
Yeah. You know what I don't like? Haunted doll things.
Oh, dolls are also scary. I feel like dolls, yeah. Chucky was a scary thing. I remember my brother loved Chucky, and so I feel like I've seen some of those things. Terrifying.
My
Fucking
mom
terrifying.
is really into dolls, like collects antique
American
dolls and
Girl
stuff.
dolls?
I did have an American Girl
Me
doll.
too.
But like our house has just like lots of antique dolls and stuff, and they've never freaked me out or anything, but we did have a babysitter once that my mom has told me, like, yeah, when Amy was babysitting, she would ask me to put the dolls away.
Shit.
And I had friends who said when they would sleep over at my house that the dolls freaked them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because they're not like Cabbage Patch dolls. They're those porcelain ones, you know?
Scary ones that like
Yeah, exactly.
the eyes are all
Exactly.
fucked
I just
up
think of
and
Katie's doll
yeah, Katie can
eye
do it really
face.
well.
Yeah, you're doing a pretty good job. Well, that's more like you're asphyxiated. Yeah, okay,
I
that's
know.
enough.
Yep. It is scary though. You know what we need to do next for the Halloween theme season? Let's keep it going. We need to talk about some of our best scary stories.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Because I think that's part
We
of the
can
reason
do
why I'm
that
afraid of
for
clowns.
the next one.
It's yeah, we'll keep this thing going.
Yeah.
I wish we were more developed because I feel like we could give out candy for Halloween as a podcast to our listeners. We could
What?
give them a treat.
Like mail people candy?
But not candy, like, you know, how we want to do some swag. Be kind of cool. I guess that's more of like a Christmas thing. We would give out gifts. Oh, let's plan for Christmas.
Okay. I guess I understand how this candy thing is gonna
I
work.
don't know, just giving people shit. That's all it is, right?
Yeah.
Gift giving is my love language.
Yeah.
It's
You're
how
a
I
giver.
show affection. I don't know. Fucking languages.
Fucking languages. Well, on that note, thanks everyone. Happy October. Send us your
fall,
favorite
y'all.
fall activities. If you have a favorite fall recipe, send it to us and I'll have Jen make it for me.
I might make it. I love that. Happy fall, y'all.
Oh, the thing that annoyed my niece so much is every Halloween I go, spooky, scary skeleton, and shivers down your spine. Because that's what you were singing. But I do it with, and she finds it really annoying.
Because she's at the age now, or?
She told me she was going to be a skeleton one year, so then I wouldn't stop doing it.